Next we have from EyePoint, Jay Duker.
Thank you very much for inviting me to speak. So EyePoint is the leader in posterior segment drug delivery with 3 decades of innovation and 4 FDA-approved products. Our current pipeline product is called DuraView. It consists of the small molecule tyrosine kinase inhibitor called vorolanib in a bioerodible insert. Each of these inserts is now only 94% drug, only 6% matrix, takes up about 1/5000th of the vitreous volume. We are happy about the clinical results that we've seen so far. And what we've seen, again, both preclinically and clinically, is immediate bioavailability, complete inhibition of all of the VEGF receptors, sustained release for at least 6 months in humans. We control the release, and one other advantage these inserts have is they are shipped and stored at room temperature. They don't have to be refrigerated or frozen. This slide shows you the summary of the 4 completed trials that we've done. The take-home message here is both wet AMD and the DME trials had a positive endpoint, and we did it with a substantial reduction in treatment burden. And the other important thing, as you've heard from other talks this afternoon, is the safety has been really, really terrific. We've had absolutely no safety signals in any of these studies. Currently, DuraView is being studied in a phase 3 wet AMD program. The 2 trials are called Lugano and Lucia. We've enrolled close to 900 patients, and we did it in record time. Each of the trials enrolled in about 7 months. These are identical non-inferiority trials against a on-label 2 milligram Eylea control. The first trial, Lugano, will read out middle of 2026, with the second trial several weeks later. I'd like to now talk about diabetic macular edema, or DME. There are really 2 unmet needs right now in DME: sustained release and the ability to control inflammation. And we believe DuraView is going to be the solution for both. We've known for a long time that VEGF is not the whole story in DME. Simple reason is corticosteroids work. It now appears that the effector of the inflammation in DME is IL-6. On this slide on the left, you can see a study that was done in vitrectomy specimens showing IL-6 very much elevated in DME patients. And just recently, Roche Genentech reported their phase 2 trial using a monthly IL-6 biologic with monthly anti-VEGF, giving better results than the anti-VEGF alone. There are 2 ways you can block IL-6. You can do it directly with a biologic, or you can do it via a receptor. And it turns out IL-6 is effectuated through the JAK1 receptor. Vorolanib blocks all JAK receptors, and it's very potent for the JAK1 receptor. So our active agent in DuraView is an effective IL-6 blocker. On the right of this slide, you can see a cell assay that we did for IL-6 activity. And of the TKIs tested, vorolanib was the only one that had substantial reduction in IL-6 activity. On this slide, you can see the 6-month results of the Bardenas trial from Genentech. The first line there is how the control group, Lucentis alone, did, about 5 letters at 4 weeks, and eventually about 7 letters. When you add IL-6 blockage, you get immediate benefit, even greater, and it continues through the 6 months. So I'm now going to superimpose that from our phase 2 Verona DME trial, the results of the unsupplemented eyes. Over 70% were unsupplemented in the high-dose group on top of that. And you can see we achieved essentially the same result that the Genentech program did, but we did it in 2 injections over 6 months. They did it in 12 injections. Some more data from our Verona trial. We had the reading center look at areas of leakage, and you can see in a dose-dependent fashion, DuraView significantly reduced the areas of leakage much greater than the control. And finally, this patient who entered the trial, one might argue, as a faricimab failure, having gotten monthly injections during the washout period. You can see top left still had fluid. And 24 weeks after a single Eylea and our drug, you can see 8-letter improvement with no cyst. So arguably, this patient did better with our drug than with monthly Vabysmo. We're really pleased to announce this week our DME trial. This is the schematic. We expect to enroll the first patient in Q1 of next year, complete enrollment before the end of the year, and have top-line data from both identical trials at the end of 2027. So in summary, we're in the two biggest retina markets, DME and wet AMD, in pivotal trials, and we are very excited to report the equivalent of a bispecific effect of our effector molecule, vorolanib. Thank you.
Thank you, Jay.